one of the differences that I've experienced, because I've been in martial arts my whole life too, is that when you train in martial arts, there's often there are questions. There are questions that need answering. You know, each one of us has a mind of our own, and we see a technique that we're not sure about, and we see a method, and we're like, why is he doing that? Why do you want me to do that? That doesn't seem right to me. In other martial arts schools, you get in trouble for asking those questions, because you're not allowed to question the sensei, and you're not allowed to question the instructor, and if you question them, that's a good way of getting beat up. Let me show you the answer, and they'll hurt you for making a fool of them. And it's a matter of pride and a matter of ego. Not here. Question everything. We enjoy it. If someone doesn't know the answer, they ask their way up. They ask their sensei. The plan is, we know why we're doing what we're doing, and we're confident in giving you the answer. Are there going to be questions that aren't answered? I'm not certain that there are. The reason why is because we didn't invent this art. No one came up with Sogobujutsu. No one sat down and developed the curriculum by blending things together. This art was developed over 2,000 years. So when you talk about questioning it, please question it. You know, well, I don't know if that would work. Well, let me show you how it will. I don't know. That looks like that. Why would you do that movement? Ask, question everything. You'll be a better student for it. And not only will we be happy to answer, we're going to appreciate the questioning, because it means that you pay attention. It means that you care. And when someone questions you about your art, you'll be able to face them with the knowledge that you were given. You're not going to have any questions about what you do. What this really gets down to is getting rid of belief. With belief, there's doubt. And when we instruct here, we're always saying, don't believe us. Don't believe in the art. My analogy is, if we were going out to war, and I handed you a gun, and I said, don't check to see if it's loaded, just believe me. You're going to check. So if I'm teaching you a martial arts technique that's supposed to save your life, why would you believe me? Just believe me. You're going to check. You're going to check as you train it. You're going to check as you question every single part of it. And rightfully so.
When you come through the door, what we're offering is Sogobujutsu. And first thing that comes to mind is, what is Sogobujutsu? I've never heard of that. I've heard of karate, I've heard of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I've heard of Taekwondo, and that's basically everything that there is, right? Sogobujutsu is the amalgamation of Japanese warrior arts from traditional Kogu. What does that mean? It means back in the time of feudal Japan, guys would get up in the morning and train for war. And they did this for over 1,500 years. Any nation which is caught in a warring period has to develop some type of martial science for the purpose of self-preservation. Not only self-preservation, but the preservation of their families, their traditions, and everything that they love.
It's very traditional. We love tradition, but it also has a lot of martial applications. Most of our tradition are some of the best techniques I've ever seen.
But still keep it, contemporary enough so it'll actually be effective on the street.
The tradition of Sogobujutsu is combat. It's always been combat.
There's all forms of martial combat, so it's everything you'll ever need, ever.
This art is the most efficient and prolific art that I've ever seen. I've been training martial arts for 20 years in all different kinds, and I've never seen anything more efficient, use less energy.
Distance equals time, angling, flanking, wrapping people up, snaking people up, ground fighting, seated fighting. There's a lot of things I didn't think that were almost possible.
These all forms of martial combat, including strikes, throws, kicks, joint locks, chokes, strangulation, knockout techniques, healing techniques, breathing techniques.
It amazes me that everything leads into everything.
Everything in this art is one. When you're training one thing, you're training another, and you're training another, and you're training another. and there's no wasted movement. Everything you learn can be applied somewhere else, and the higher you get, the more you realize it's applied everywhere else.
And all that knowledge, it's going to be reaffirmed, and we're just going to add on top of it, and that's going to start your journey. Start your journey through Sogobujutsu.
There's really nothing this art doesn't cover.
When you train one piece of the art, you're training the whole art.
They're practicing proper movement of their center of gravity in order to properly manipulate somebody into throwing them, into joint locking them. These are all things that are done, that you start off doing right away.
You start learning how to take care of multiple opponents right from the very beginning, even if you don't realize it.
It encompasses everything that you'll ever experience in your life.
It's not just to hit them, it's so we can take our positioning and move further and ensure that we can get their weapons away and make it safe for ourselves, so that way they don't have a chance to make it a fight, to fight back.
Staying focused on, this is what we're going to use it for. It can also be used for this, but this is what it's for.
To protect myself and my family from being hurt or attacked.
No matter what, you're going to move the same way, but our strikes are our throws, are our chokes, are our pressure points. There are our locks, our chokes are our locks, our throws, our strikes, and so on and so forth.
There's nothing like it here. This place is awesome. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
The most comprehensive art in the world.
It's pretty badass.
It's not difficult to do. If it was difficult, you get killed. It's pretty simple.
We start off with the hardest stuff, and it gets easier and easier and easier for us as we go up.
It's all-encompassing. It takes out any variable that there may be.
Here, training here, I would definitely just keep attacking until he was down and out. I wouldn't stop at all.
To be absolutely safe, domination, not fighting. You want to be sure of the situation. You don't want to take any chances with it.
It's something that you need to see. It's something that you need to experience. It's something that you need to train.
The most important part of any technique is oyo, the application of the technique.
Expect some training, some technique.
I love doing this.
I don't know how I could go about day-to-day life without knowing a lot of what I do.
Do it to better myself. There's a lot of other things in here besides fighting. Spiritual, mental, pretty much anything you can name it.
We're coming from something that is over 1,500 years old. These guys dealt with every weapon that you can picture being thrown at them. Not just in the hand sense, but they dealt with firearms.
I always thought I was a good fighter until I came here. Just a quick bit for you.
Every little bit of your life, it has to do it.
You can grow in all aspects of life here, spiritually, mentally, physically.
Getting to know myself and other people and being more aware of everything else around me.
It not only translates from actual combat, it helps you with everyday things such as like breathing, normal stuff, walking, how you get up off the ground, it affects.
Especially if I'm vacuuming, I like to do that. Painting with a paintbrush, I'll do there. Earlier Wednesday, actually, sanding, plastering. It's just easy to find the movements and whatever you need to do. It's comfortable. I don't have to make it kind of weird, like how can I fit this around doing my training with it? I can just do it.
When I worked at an airport, so I lifted stuff all the time. Well, this art teaches you how to lift stuff without using, an intense amount of muscle. How to lift something, almost effortlessly. So when I'm doing that all day, it really helps and saves my back and shoulders and stuff.
Life, business, love life. Pretty much everything.
Simple stuff like something you fall on the ground, well, there's a method for picking something up that you dropped on the ground. So you're not bending over and sacrificing positioning.
There's no point in trying to run around to find pieces of this. He has basically taken everything that worked at one time and still works today and bringing it together and holding on to that tradition.